find yourself traveling down a lonesome road, somewhere well off the beaten path. You don't know when it happens, but all at once you feel as if you stepped through an underwater shadow. The sky you've been breathing turns to ashes, and you decide to flee. You double back, planning to retrace your steps, but find where each of your footprints should be a fully functioning miniature toll booth. You have forgotten your wallet at home. Dark buildings loom on the skyline like the broken teeth of a honky-tonk piano. A voice on the wind beckons you forward, toward the city on the edge of forever. This is the end, you hear it say. This is Population Cat Town. And the second hobo says, "We've been out here eating hot buttered corn." That was the fakest laugh I've ever heard, but the joke is hilarious.
Okay, it sounds really good. It's
By the way.
What?
I think it's time to podcast.
Oh, well, let's go ahead and do that.
Do the introduction.
Okay, hey, you're listening to Population Cat Town. I am Mike McClory, and across from me is Jared Leto Worthen. And I'll explain that later, why you're Jared Leto.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
It's a pleasure to be here, Michael.
I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you could make it.
I mean, I know you had a tough spot, open last minute.
Yep.
You called me up.
Brought you right in. I know you have a busy schedule.
Yeah, I'm a busy fellow.
You can't be expected to just
show up,
swing by anytime.
So I mean, I'm glad you appreciate my time. And,
I do.
Many happy returns.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yes.
So what are we talking about today, Jared?
Oh well, today, I think I might want to talk about something.
All right, well let's do it.
It might be some sort of town. Of cats.
A cat town?
It might be a cat town.
Let's talk about a cat town.
Okay.
Let's do that.
All right. So, what's my cat town?
What is your cat town? What is your cat town, Jared?
Well, let me tell you a little bit about a man.
Okay.
All right. Now, this man's a criminal. He's got his fingers in a number of illegal pies.
Ooh.
First one, human trafficking.
Sounds good.
Indentured servitude. Animal cruelty.
Oh, turn me on.
And this man has been implicated in a slew of home invasions.
A slew?
Yeah. Now, despite this laundry list against this man, he is viewed as a hero.
Wow.
He's celebrated by the masses.
Excuse me?
I speak, of course,
Christopher Columbus.
Santa Claus.
Santa Claus.
Father Christmas.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
Now,
Christopher
Kringle. Papa Noel.
I was close. I said Christopher Columbus.
Yeah,
it was
some people
view
view Christopher Columbus as a Santa Claus.
Oh, really?
Yeah. There's a small offshoot in the Caribbean.
I don't believe that's true.
No, that is not true.
Christopher Columbus comes down your
Christopher
chimney.
Columbus comes down your chimney. Now, this man...
Kills your natives.
Yeah, he kills your natives.
Rapes your wife.
Yeah, he sticks his dick in your stocking. It's... Santa Claus.
Santa Claus. Just like
Santa Columbus.
Santa Columbus.
But, no, actually, I would like to discuss the idea of Santa Claus with you today, Michael. And I guess first you would have to talk about Christmas in general.
Right.
We're familiar with the Christmas season. 'Tis the season. Yeah. This is a very special Christmas episode of Population Cat Town.
Yeah, Merry Christmas, everyone.
Merry Christmas.
Not Happy Holidays.
Feliz Navidad.
I'm not Happy Holidays.
Not a Happy Holidays kind of guy? That's fine. That's true.
No, actually I am. But,
yeah. As the laundromat once said to me, Merry Christmas to almost everyone.
That's good.
That is good. The laundromat was very passive-aggressive. I really enjoyed that. But no, let's talk about Christmas. Like, we know what Christmas is. It's a holiday of frivolity, joyousness. Let us spread the joy, goodwill towards man, yada yada. Christmas bells.
Sure.
Yeah. You do know where Christmas originated.
Christ in Mass. Christ Mass.
Yeah.
The Mass of Christ.
Yeah, I mean, people say it's the birth of Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior, Father, Son, and Spooky Ghost. But honestly, it has actually pagan backstory. Like,
Well,
originally it was a pagan holiday. It was the end of the winter solstice.
Right.
And
the tree and
the tree. You bring your trees inside after a nice harvest,
right.
and you decorate them, in favor of a greater harvest in the future.
Yeah.
I've got some notes. I'm going to consult these.
Consult away, please.
Consult away. So originally, Christmas, the origin of Christmas, was first introduced. Roman pagans introduced the holiday of Saturnalia. I may not be pronouncing that correctly. Saturnalia.
It's a citronella.
Citronella. Oh, yeah, like the candles.
Right.
Yeah, okay. So the holiday of Citronella, a week-long period of lawlessness celebrated between December 17th and 25th.
Oh, that's badass.
Yeah. So during this period, Roman courts were closed, and the law dictated that no one could be punished for damaging property or injuring people during this week-long celebration. At the end of the harvest, you just fuck shit up.
It's like that fucking movie.
What movie?
That movie where,
Santa Claus?
It's like...
How the Grinch Stole Christmas?
Yeah, it's like that one.
Yeah.
It's like
the
that
Grinch is, if we're going by this definition of Christmas...
The Grinch is more Christmassy than
the Who's.
The Who's.
Yeah. So, what movie were you speaking of?
I don't know the name of it, but in the movie, there's one night where, Law has been,
The Purge.
The Purge.
I would very much like to review that movie with you at some point.
I've never seen it.
Oh,
but I know the
gist.
The gist.
Yeah, that movie is...
I know the gist of it.
The gisty gist. Well worth watching and well worth our critique. I would imagine we would have much mileage out of The Purge.
There's a sequel, right?
There is a sequel. So to continue this...
called The Binge, I believe.
The Binge. The Purge and The Purge 2, The Binging.
The Binging.
The Electric Bingaloo. The Purge 2, Electric Bingaloo. To get back to our history of Christmas. So lawlessness can't be punished by the law. Mm-hmm. Hence lawlessness.
Yeah.
So the festival begins when Roman authorities chose an enemy of the Roman people to represent the Lord of Misrule.
Ooh.
Yeah. So at this point, each Roman community selects a victim who they're forced to indulge in food and other physical pleasures throughout the week.
Ooh.
So they fatten up this guy that they choose to represent the Lord of Misrule.
This is sexy.
Yes. Now, at the festival's conclusion, December 25th, end of the week, Roman authorities believed that they were destroying the forces of darkness by brutally murdering this innocent man or woman.
Well, not innocent.
No, they were clearly the Lord of Misrule.
Right.
Yeah, they were representative of... Is that a word? Representative?
Representative.
Nope, representative.
Representative, yeah.
Representators. Okay, so... Now listen to this.
Listening.
During this week-long celebration,
yeah,
people would eat biscuits in the shape of their sacrifice.
Wow.
Is there something that happens around regular Christmas time? People make some sort of cookies that resemble men.
Gingerbread men?
No.
Well,
Sugar men.
Sugar.
Sugar men. No, gingerbread men.
Gingerbread
it's a
men.
holdover from the pagan rituals that used to exist. You're symbolically eating the flesh
of a man.
Of a
you
man.
also do that on Christmas, if you go to midnight mass.
Yeah, you eat a man.
You eat a man.
Mm-hmm. You celebrate his life by ingesting his flesh. And blood.
I think they stretch his skin out, and they pop it into a little round cookie cutter, and then they dry it out.
They dry it out, and they let that melt on your tongue, and they tenderize it real good. And that's why everyone.
But they don't let you do it until first grade, I think.
Yeah, I don't think you're supposed to.
Yeah. And then you
eat
drink
the man.
You drink his blood.
You drink his blood, which should be wine, but it's more of a.
It's more like blood.
Blood. It is blood.
It's more like a bloody blood.
It's a grapey blood.
More like a grapey blood.
So I thought that was an interesting holdover from the history.
That's very
interesting.
interesting.
I mean, that's sort of what Christmas is all about. Is people really enjoyed the lawlessness and the ridiculousness of this week of celebration where they could do whatever they want and not get punished for it. And the fact that that is held over for so long.
What kind of things do you think they would do?
Oh, there were interesting things. They would streak naked down the street and chase their slaves and lesser races around, force them to sing.
Take that.
Take that.
Like Carol.
Like caroling.
Yeah.
the forced.
No, I meant like.
Like Carol. Like I fucking hate
like
Carol.
The neighbor. Like the neighbor. You know.
Oh, Carol! What a bitch.
Yeah. Fuck Carol.
Yeah, we should make her get naked and sing songs.
I already have.
Yeah, chase her down the street with forks and bring her to Christmas mass.
Make her our slave.
Make her our slave and lesser race.
Yeah. Well, she is a lesser race.
Carol.
Yeah.
All Carols are.
All Carols. The race of Carol.
But yeah, so the earliest Christmas holidays were celebrated by drinking, sexual indulgence, singing naked in the streets, and of course, like I said, they would make their servants and
carols,
lower race and carols. They would send Carol out, and she'd get a little wild.
Are you Pacific Islander, Black, White, or Carol?
Oh, no.
Check one.
Carol American.
Carol American.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I grew up here. My parents were true Carol, though. So yeah, I mean, that's the Christmas season, and like the origin of Santa Claus, which is a strange thing. Like, here we go from humble beginnings in human sacrifice to basically an altruistic worldview. Like, you go from boom to boom. Like, you go from bam to okay.
Well, in a way, we're we've all become that all encompassing dark lord, right? We're all kind of consuming now. We're just consuming everything that we can, and we're giving it to our kids and our family and ourselves.
Right.
And I mean, that's kind of the point of Christmas, right? To be good Americans, to be good consumers.
It is true.
So the only part that's missing is the sacrifice.
It's the ritualistic sacrifice.
So we're doing the other part.
I mean, the mobs in the
instead of
streets
just one
there.
person doing it, everyone's doing it.
Right. Okay, that's cool. Everyone takes responsibility of their inner lord of
Just
misrule.
buy,
consume, and you see these people on Black Fridays fighting for deals and stepping on each other's eyeballs and killing each other. I don't know if they kill each other, but I mean, can you imagine? It wouldn't be too far of a stretch if someone were to say, you know what, anything goes on Purge Friday.
I say, let's put the lawlessness back in Christmas.
Let's put the lawlessness back in Christmas.
Although it's not really, it doesn't ring as true as the Christ in Christmas.
Let's make the X the XXX.
Oh yeah, let's put the triple.
Let's put the triple X
back in
Christmas, not the Vin Diesel movie.
Back in XXXmas.
Yeah, let's put the triple X.
Yeah.
Let's put the X-rated back in Xmas.
I like that.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
Yeah.
What would you do with a lawless week? How would your week start off?
How would my week start off?
Would you sleep in on Sunday?
Probably. I'd probably indulge a bit too much in the alcohol. And,
that's not against the law.
No, it's not. But taking it to the streets would be. I think I'd probably be taking the alcohol to the streets.
Okay.
Yeah. I'd be wandering around. I'd be singing.
Yeah.
Naked.
Okay.
Maybe I'd go see Carol. See what she's up to.
Give her the old mistletoe.
Yeah. Oh, mistletoe. That's an interesting thing. Yeah. Mistletoe. You kiss under the mistletoe.
You do.
That's the idea now.
Yeah.
Mistletoe was used to poison their human sacrifices.
Shut the fuck up.
Swear to God.
Wow.
The pagans.
Now it's used to kiss.
Now it's used to kiss.
Wow.
Yeah, the kiss of death.
Wow.
Bum, bum, bum. Do you think the mob knows about this?
You know what I do?
What? What would you do?
With my week off.
Yeah. Your week of lawlessness.
My week off.
I pirate so many fucking movies.
I would definitely take the week off.
Yeah.
That would be number one.
Mm-hmm.
I would go well under the speed limit on the highway.
Oh, nice.
Because you're not supposed to go.
You got nowhere to be.
Under 45 or something.
It's a beautiful day.
Beautiful day.
I take my time. At 30.
Yeah.
25.
Right. Piss a bunch of people off.
Yeah, definitely.
That'd be great.
They'd be mad.
Let's see. What else would I do? I don't know.
I think I kind of have too much goodwill towards man in a way, because I wouldn't really try and do anything that would hurt people. Maybe corporations. Like I said, I might pirate some movies. Right. I might try and figure out how to rob a bank.
I would set so many fires.
You'd probably set some fires.
This town would be on fire.
I mean, why do you have to have a week of lawlessness to set fires? Like, that's not illegal.
Oh, no, I want to set, like, a corporation.
Oh, on fire.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, that's cool.
Like, that'd be kind of fun.
Yeah.
You know,
Just
like, hey, look
make
at
sure
that.
there's nobody in there. Give them fair warning.
Right,
Like, hey,
I'd let
I'm
'em
gonna
know,
fucking
yeah.
set this place on.
Right.
You know what? Go upstairs. Tell everybody if there's anyone in there. I'm setting this place on fire.
Right. Take that.
Yeah. And I'd be up there hacking their computer systems with my green code screen going really fast and my fingers going.
Oh, that'd be
And I'd be
so
getting all the credit card
I'd be like,
numbers.
Jared, get out of
And
there.
I'll be like, no, I'm almost in. I'm almost in.
Jared, you got to get out of there.
Okay.
You're cutting it too close.
I'm almost there, Mike. One more minute.
We don't have any more time left.
Just go. Save
It's
yourself.
not worth it. The mission isn't worth it.
Save yourself, Mike. And then at the last minute, I jumped down an elevator shaft.
I would save myself.
Yeah, and I mean, I'd have Carol with me, and I'd use her as some sort of human shield.
Oh, yeah.
And I'd, like, bounce like a trampoline.
Carol, yeah.
I'd be on like the 19th floor, and Carol would be splattered out, and I'd just be like, boom. And
bounce
I'd
off
be
Carol?
full of so much alcohol that I wouldn't tense up. I'd be fine.
You would be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what I do with my week of lawless. Oh, like maybe Tuesday. That's my Tuesday.
That's your Tuesday.
Yeah.
Definitely do a lot of drugs that I've never done before.
Oh yeah. I mean, I'd break into the vet
Because I wouldn't...
or a pharmacy.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I'd totally break into a pharmacy.
Yeah.
Forgot about that. That
You
would
gotta
be fun.
stock up, man.
Yeah.
Like, just
I mean,
once you have it, it's yours.
Yeah.
So it's like it's not even illegal to do it later on in the year.
I mean, I wouldn't take any pills. I would just steal a bunch of chapstick.
Oh,
From the
nice.
pharmacy.
Oh, that's what you're talking
Chapstick,
about.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's chapstick.
Petroleum
expensive.
jelly and Magnum condoms.
Right, yeah. That's all I buy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mouse traps.
Right. I would steal a bunch of shit so I could sell it later at a nice price.
Oh, nice.
I was going to say
Yeah.
fair price, but
No,
definitely,
definitely not fair.
The opposite of a fair price.
Oh, you know what?
Yeah.
I think you're bringing the lawlessness, or no, the blasé attitude towards mankind with you all around, year round. After that, if you're going to be selling things at ridiculously marked up prices,
Right. I'd say keep the Christmas spirit alive.
Keep it alive.
Year
You're one of those
round.
guys who celebrates
Year
Christmas
round.
year round.
Year round. All
That's
year.
great. That is great.
What else? What else do we have?
Well, okay, let's see. I want to get back into the Santa Claus. Santa Claus is an interesting character because, originally it was Saint Nicholas.
Well, you started this off by saying he murdered someone. He beat someone. What did he do?
No, I explained the origin of Christmas. Saint Nicholas was a saint. Let's see. Saint Nicholas here. He was. Am I missing something? Oh, there we go. It's on the other side here. Santa Claus. Let's see. Saint Nicholas, born in Turkey around 270. Common Era. He was common era.
Common error. He was born in a turkey.
He was born inside of a bird.
Born in a bird.
These are the myths
In a
that
common era.
become saints.
Right.
He was born in a bird.
In error.
In error. It was definitely not meant to
he's-
be born in the bird.
It's like, oh shit, there's a human in this bird.
Yes, and later he
mistake.
became a bishop. Died in 345, December 6th. He was only named a saint later on in the 19th century. Now, basically, he was known as the protector of children. Like, let's see, there were sailors and children that idolized Saint Nicholas, and main reason being is because he was a protector of both. And at one point,
Protector of sailors?
a protector of sailors, oddly enough.
Why? Why
They
sailors?
prayed- I really don't know. The
Is he
sailors
still a
liked
protector?
him.
of-
Maybe.
The Navy should have like they should change their logo to like
To
a big Santa Claus.
Yeah, definitely. Or
Big jolly.
yeah,
or
big-
just a hat.
Christopher Columbus sailed the ocean blue.
Right? Christopher Santa Claus.
Christopher
Wait, Christopher. Oh, okay.
Christopher Clausbus.
Christopher Colosmus.
Yes.
Christopher Colostomy Bag.
Yes. So, in 1087, this is 600 years after his death, a group of sailors moved his bones from the big bird he was born in
Right.
to a sanctuary in Italy. Now, there, St. Nicholas supplanted a female boon-giving deity called the Grandmother.
A female boob?
A female boon-giving
Boon giving.
deity.
Okay, right.
Now, a
Female
dei-
bone? Bone giver?
A deity that gives her boobs to anyone who wants them. She gives her boobs a bone.
But a bone getter.
A bone getter.
A female bone getter.
A female bone getter.
Bone getter, boob giver.
Bone getter, boob giver. named the grandmother.
Now it just makes it gross.
She used to fill the
You're
children's
filthy.
stockings with her gifts. She would give
I
them her
bet she
boobs. Yeah, like she would put her boobs into stockings. And she'd wave them around, and the kids would love it.
Oh, man.
It was
like
great.
little tassels.
Yeah. So,
That's disgusting.
So I guess at this time the grandmother was ousted from her shrine and shrine
She's a dirty
from her shrine.
whore.
She's a dirty whore with stockings on her boobs,
Right.
and Saint Nicholas, his bones were left in her shrine. And at this point, members of the group were giving each other gifts that they conducted annually on Nicholas's death on December 6th. They were like, let's give gifts because we got his bones. That's number one.
Right.
If you worship a guy, if he keeps you safe when you're at sea,
Get him
you gotta
safe.
go get his bones.
Yeah.
And you gotta take him to a place where a boob stocking lady is hanging out.
Right.
And you gotta say, fuck you, boob stocking lady. This is for the bones.
That sounds like a great party.
Yeah. I mean, those guys were drunk as shit.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
They were drunk as fucking shit. So then the Nicholas cult ends up spreading until it's adopted by German and Celtic pagans. So again, back to the pagan aspect of things. So again, this was a Roman bishop who worked his way into pagan culture. So this is around the time, Christmas and stuff is still being celebrated, and they started leading things together.
Yeah.
Now, let's see. Now, these groups worshipped a pantheon led by Woden, their chief god and the father of Thor, which is strange because I thought his name was Odin.
Yeah, I thought so too.
Maybe there's a typo. Woden?
Woden.
Woden. Odin is Woden.
It's actually supposed to be W. Odin.
Oh,
it's Walter Odin.
Walter Odin. That's right. Yeah, his name was Walter.
His name is Walter.
So Walter.
Walter Odin, king of the.
Walter was a god.
God of the.
He was a god of the pagans. The German and Celtic pagans worship their god Walter. And at this point, Saint Nicholas was merged with Walter.
Right.
Yeah, via some sort of mind meld. Mm-hmm. And he shed his Mediterranean appearance, grew a beard, mounted a flying horse, and rescheduled his flight for December. Also donning heavy winter clothing. So basically, the Celtics and Germans are like, I like this guy St. Nicholas because he's kind of like Walter. You know what? He is Walter.
Turns out he's Walter.
Turns out he's Walter. So now that's how Santa Claus got his beard.
Interesting.
And that's how he donned his heavy garb of red and white.
So when did the fatness come in? What is that?
Yeah, we're going there.
Oh wow, we're gonna reach that too. Wow,
yeah,
this is good.
We're going all out, man.
All
I got
the way.
this.
Nice. This is great.
So let's see. The Roman Emperor Diocletian ruthlessly persecuted Christians. This is back in the day still, before Nicholas died. St. Nicholas was exiled, and imprisoned. And basically, when the Christians came in and they were like, hey, you pagans need to be Christian. And they were like, hey, can we keep our week of all lawlessness and St. Nicholas and Walter? And they're like, yeah.
Oh, dope.
It sounds pretty cool.
Oh, that's
awesome.
fine. Yeah, be Christians, but keep that week.
Right.
Good
Now, and basically at this point, the two religions merged.
Right.
And, for the longest times, even in 18th century England, they're still rioting in the streets. The lower class really adopted the lawlessness of Christmas.
Yeah.
Of Citronella holiday.
Citronella, right.
And
there are candles everywhere.
it smelled so bad.
Yeah, terrible.
I don't even have sense of smell, but I can smell it across time.
But no mosquitoes.
No mosquitoes.
Not a one to be.
Not a single one.
I mean, there wouldn't be any anyway.
It's December.
It's December,
Yeah.
but so it seemed like a lot of overkill. But
It did seem like a lot of overkill, but that's what you do in Citronella.
Mhm.
That's Citronella holiday week. So yeah, I mean, things weren't as rowdy as they used to be. I think they stopped their human sacrifice. They were still making lesser races sing in the streets, and they would drink, and
Has
they
that
would
stopped
copulate
even now?
Copulate incessantly.
wow.
Yeah, in the streets.
Okay, none of this sounds out of the ordinary to me.
Right, this is Christmas.
Right, this is just Christmas.
But at this time, a number of figureheads,
Right.
Writers and such, they're like, hey, we gotta calm this lower class down because they're scaring the rich. So they start changing the meaning of Christmas and giving it more of a Christian...
moral...
Like, it wasn't a Christian holiday for the longest time until somebody was like, hey, you know what? We'll tell them it's the birth of Jesus. Nobody knows when Jesus was born, but this guy was like, hey, you know, you celebrate Christmas because of Jesus. And people are like, yeah, that sounds right. I like Jesus, and I like to celebrate. So it totally makes sense. And also around this time, they started...
Yeah, but
like
Jesus was
like the 1820s.
He was a punk rocker. You know,
Jesus
he was
a punk
you know,
rocker.
he was down
He
with
marched to the beat of a different drummer boy.
That's right.
Never mind. So basically 1820s. Now at this point, they're like, they write the poem. They're like, oh, Father Christmas will be here, and they merge him with the vision of Saint Nicholas and Walter that has been created, and they say this is a man who protects children, and he brings them gifts when they're good, and he brings them a pretty doll, but he doesn't bring them rockets and firecrackers that could hurt or annoy their parents. They bring him nice children, nice things, because they want to cultivate that atmosphere of complacency, I guess, and just being nice and everything. And I mean, this is just again perpetrated over and over again. The Night Before Christmas was written sometime in the middle 1800s, and that poem, people still recite that to this day. Yeah. 'Twas the night before Christmas, and all through the house Santa Claus has jelly in his drawers, or whatever.
Yeah, I think
it's fine, you know. Yeah. I'm exaggerating, but you know. So, but still, we don't know what Santa Claus looks like. So we get to like 1920s, where Santa Claus has been written about, and he's been put in paintings, and then like people like let's see.
Norman Rockwell?
Norman Rockwell. That is the name I was looking for. Yeah. Norman Rockwell and other painters of his time sort of gave Santa Claus his signature look of a jolly fat man in red garb. And then, you know, it was further cemented by a number of Coca-Cola ads in 1930. They started a campaign of 30 years plus.
Is there still cocaine in Coca-Cola at this point? Probably not.
I think there's still cocaine in Coca-Cola.
Oh, I hope so.
I mean, very little.
Yeah.
But just enough to keep you buying.
Yeah.
But no, there was cocaine at this point, probably. I didn't do this research. It's not on my sheet. But that was the cultivation of the Santa Claus from a saint who died, at this point, little under 2,000 years ago.
I could never do that math, yeah.
Yeah, it's math.
I couldn't.
I'm not a math guy, I'm a talking guy.
That's right.
Yeah. You want math? Get a math guy.
Get a mathematologist.
Get a mathematologist. Get an
abacus.
Get an algebrologist. So, you know, and basically Santa Claus has become a commercial symbol. And I mean, I guess the meaning in all of this, I mean, it's great. It's good to know where the roots of something is, and how the roots of Christmas was in lawlessness and paganism, and you know, and you have to appreciate what it's become, because nobody is a jerk on Christmas. Like, people are jerks on Christmas, but they're not meaning to be. They're, you know, like, it's a goodwill. Like, people go out of their way to be like, I'm going to do a good thing on Christmas because that's the time to do good things. That? People do good things, or they think they're doing good things.
Who's doing good things?
Who's doing good things? I don't know. There could be like somebody, I heard a story earlier today about a woman who will go into grocery stores and see like somebody who she deems lesser, like a poor person.
Okay, so she's already a cunt.
Yeah, she's already a cunt. She's already done this, but
okay, so
she'll
these
drop
are the
like
people...
a $50 bill on the ground. And then she'll pick it up and she'll say, I think you might have dropped this, and then walk away.
Okay.
I mean...
That's a nice thing.
You're giving money to somebody who might possibly need it. Now, it's rude to think... If she goes home and says, I did such a good thing...
Where did you hear about this?
It's just someone at work who were talking about it. Talking about good deeds and all that.
That's a good deed?
I think it's kind of insensitive.
It is insensitive. And also,
But that person
people that
just
are
got
going out of their
$5,200.
way to do a good deed on Christmas, they're probably fucking douchebags for the other 364 days of the year, so they feel like they have to make up for it. I say, spread it out over 365 days and don't be such an asshole.
Well, yeah. Ideally, you want to do that.
Or an ass cunt.
Or an ass cunt. You could be a cunt ass.
It could be a cunt ass.
You could be a cunt dick ass.
Maybe.
And granted, a number of people are. And you're right. Like, they should be spreading it out across the year, and they shouldn't be thinking, I'm doing such a fucking good thing now.
Because it's Christmas.
Because it's Christmas.
What they're doing is they're buying their way into heaven.
They're not.
Yes, they are.
Are they?
Sure. I say so.
I mean, they're celebrating ritualistic human sacrifice, so I don't think they're going to heaven at all.
Well, I don't think they are. Not the lady dropping $50 bills on the ground.
Oh, and bragging about it? That's kind of
She's
ridiculous.
just an uppity bitch.
Yeah, she's an uppity bitch. But, but the idea of that person who got the $50 and needed it, they might have seen an inkling of goodwill.
Okay, so when I was making, whatever, $9 an hour working in a grocery store, and if somebody dropped a $50 bill, picked it up, some lady picked it up and said, you might have dropped this. I know I didn't drop it.
Right.
And so I'm going to pocket it.
Oh, so
she's making
stealing.
She's making you into a thief, into a dishonest person.
That is, now that I think about it, that is definitely...
or otherwise, that person could
conundrum.
just bring it up to, the service center or something and say, somebody might have dropped this $50 bill. And see if they come looking for it.
How's this? This is another act of altruism, I think.
Okay.
But again, it eats into the consumerism of
No, let's hear it.
the nature of our society.
Yeah.
But now, somebody walked into a Toys R Us or one of those retail stores that sells toys or sells things.
Yeah.
Walked up to the layaway counter
Retail store.
and spent $20,000
Okay.
and paid for everybody's stuff.
Okay.
That store was left calling people saying, come get your shit, it's all paid for.
Okay, so they wrote that off on their taxes.
They may have.
Of course they did.
Of course they did. They're
Of course
like,
they wrote it
I
off
don't
on
want to
their
get taxed for
taxes.
this $20,000. You're right. You're definitely right. Well, I guess there's an ulterior motive. That,
It's not altruism.
Shouldn't we be
maybe
celebrating altruism, though? That's what I want to believe. I
Okay,
want to believe people are being
so-
altruistic.
Okay, so that's not altruism. That you're getting something out of it.
But could you write that off on your taxes?
Of course you could.
I'm no
That's
math
charity.
guy.
Yeah, of course. It's just like
Is it
buying
charity?
toys for tots.
It's charity to give money to a... well, I guess it is. It's kind of like buying
course it
toys for
is.
tots.
You're donating money.
I guess I don't have any examples of altruism. Can you think of any?
No.
Like what would be?
Yeah. Oh, you know what? There's the
truly
Salvation
selfless
Army,
act.
right? And
Oh, the Salvation
And so
Army
you
that-
give money to them, and then they hate gay people.
Right. So why do
Selfless,
that?
completely selfless.
Completely selfless. These people need our money so
Yeah.
they can continue hating gay people.
That's right.
I don't see how that hurts anyone.
Doesn't hurt a soul.
No, gay people love to be hated.
Well, it doesn't hurt a soul because gay people have no souls.
Oh, it's true.
That's right.
Yeah. You know what we should do?
What's that?
We should fatten them up.
You should fatten them up.
Chase them through the streets. Make gay gingerbread men. We should take their bones to a boob sock lady
Right.
and sing
That's
our song of sailors.
That would be the real. Well, sailors is appropriate there, but that's the real meaning of Christmas right there. Yeah.
Yes,
That would be getting back to our roots. And that's
That would
what's
definitely
important.
be getting back to our roots.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, what have we accomplished with this conversation here? I mean, I was hoping to sort of...
that the world was started off bad and is
It's still bad.
Still pretty
It's
bad.
still pretty bad.
Maybe even worse.
I mean, it was interesting to watch the softening of the Christmas season, but at the same time, like
Softening for the wrong reasons.
you said, yeah, it really is. Merry Christmas, Mike.
Merry fucking Christmas, Jerry.
Merry fucking Christmas to
Hey,
you.
although you did give me a very nice Christmas present.
Yeah,
I'm wearing it right now, and I'm drinking out of my Christmas mug.
yeah. I'm wearing my Christmas present to you as well. I'm naked. I'm wearing my birthday suit because I was born on Christmas.
Merry
I wasn't really born on Christmas, but let's...
you.
Merry Christmas, Mike McClory.
Let's see. I think. What do you think, Jared? Do we have anything else? Do you have any other?
I mean, those are really my thoughts. I just wanted to express like the history of Christmas and where I thought it was going.
No, it's nice. It's and appropriate too.
I mean, we've been conditioned by society. When you hear a jingling bell, you feel a bit of giddiness, like ooh, like hot cocoa, and
sure, yeah,
like ooh, presents and family, and like
of course,
we want to be with the ones that we love.
Yeah.
I guess in a way it's selfish.
To be with the ones that you love?
Yeah.
Why is that selfish?
Well, again, we're eating into the...
everything
we're feeding into the culture.
To be with the ones that you love?
To be with the ones that you love, to spoil the ones that you love, and to avoid the things that you don't love. That's selfish.
What do you avoid on Christmas? What are you avoiding? What are you running from?
It's not your fault.
It's not your fault.
I got no problems with Christmas. I like Christmas. I haven't been in the Christmas spirit in a long time. And
did this get you in the Christmas spirit?
This researching the history of Christmas.
Yeah, did that that do anything for you?
I appreciate the history of Christmas, but I still feel a little jolly. I feel a little jingle belly.
You should. Why not?
Yeah, I mean,
there's nothing wrong. Ultimately, anything you do is kind of selfish. Being in love is selfish.
Oh yeah.
Being with the ones that you love is selfish.
Yeah.
Well,
is there anything wrong with being selfish?
Depends on what kind of selfish you're being.
That's true.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's probably fine.
I mean, yeah, I'm not going out and I'm not giving my money away to charity, and I'm not clothing the homeless.
No, you're a bad person.
I'm not spaying and neutering pets on my spare time.
You should at least do that.
You've got to.
Yeah. You should at least spay and neuter your pets.
Well,
on Christmas.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I spay and neuter other people's pets.
Right. You should do it at home because you don't want to bother the vet people when they're closed.
Oh, I mean, I do it against their will.
Yeah, of course.
Did you have anything you wanted to add?
You know what? I think I think that was really good, and I don't have anything to add to this special Christmas edition of Population Cat Town. Yeah, it's beautiful.
Jingle bells.
Merry fucking Christmas, Jared.
Merry fucking Christmas to you, Mike.
And we'll see you next week on Population Cat Town. Thanks for showing up.
Now leaving Population Cat Town.
Now leaving.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Come back. Come back. Come back. Come back.